So we're gonna read today The Smart Cookie, and this is by Jory John and Pete Oswald. Okay, can one of you point to where I would start reading on this page? Here? Here. Yep. So, greetings. I am Cookie. I live in a bakery on a street corner near a river. Can anyone point on this page where the river is? Yep, right here. Yep. Come on in. Welcome to our little community. It's a warm and supportive place to spend some time. Pretty fantastic, huh? What kinds of food is on this page? Can you guys point? We have, there's cookie. Yep. What else? We have some cupcakes. Yep. Good job. These days, life is sweet, but my journey wasn't always a cakewalk. When I was younger, I couldn't have imagined fitting in here. For a long time, I didn't feel comfortable speaking up for or sharing my ideas. I didn't feel like a smart cookie. I wanted to be a cookie who knew all the answers, a cookie who felt confident in a group, a cookie who said, ah, when solving a puzzle. Like this. Aha. What's Cookie thinking in this bubble? Thinking about the bakery. Yep. Looking back, I had some trouble in my early days. I went to school in a gingerbread house. Our teacher, Miss Biscuit, was kind and patient. When I arrived each morning, she'd wave at me and smile. But I didn't get the best grades. And I never raised my hand because I couldn't think of the answers as fast as the others. And I was the last to finish most tests. It wasn't because I didn't care, and it wasn't because I didn't try. Sometimes I get distracted and mess up, even though I knew the material. Those were the most frustrating moments of all. Once I misspelled the word dough. That was rough. Another time I added when I meant to subtract. Occasionally, we'd have a lesson where I had absolutely no idea what was happening. I just couldn't keep up. I imagined that my desk was a raft and that I was completely lost at sea because that's what it felt like. What is 2 plus 2? 2 plus 2 is 4. Yeah. At night, I slept in a cookie jar. I had about 6 dozen roommates. Move. You move. No, you move. No, you move. No, you move. I'd stay awake and stare out the window and worry. Sigh. And it went this way, day after day after day. But then something happened that changed everything. Hey, Jack, can you point to a word on this page that has the letter J in it for Jack? Yeah, jar. Good job. It all started with a homework assignment. Miss Biscuit required our attention one afternoon. Tonight, I would like you to create something completely original, she announced. It can be anything you want, Please bring it to class tomorrow. That was it. There were no further instructions. Miss Biscuit winked at me as I gathered my belongings. I felt like I had a million butterflies in my stomach. Create anything? Something original. Due tomorrow? Gulp. When I got home, I immediately went to work. At first, I tried a cooking project. The results were half-baked. Next, I tried to hammer and nail something. It splintered immediately. Then I tried making a sculpture. It was a complete bust. I wondered if I was about to fail yet another assignment. I was stuck. Hey, Hannah, can you point? Where's the bird on this page? Yeah, right there. Yeah, on the birdhouse. Good job. I stared out the window and watched the rain hit the river. There was something mesmerizing about the water, how it moved in such a chaotic way, swirling around and around, yet ultimately figuring out exactly where it needed to go. Suddenly, I had an idea. I decided to write something original. A poem. He's finally saying, aha. I came up with a title based on how I'd been feeling my crummy days. After that, the rest of it seemed to fall into place. I wrote and wrote. I lost track of time. An hour went by in a flash. Aha! I said when I was finished. I couldn't sleep that night, but it wasn't because I was worried. It was because I was excited. I felt like I had really accomplished something. I felt smart. The following day, Miss Biscuit asked for volunteers to share what we've created. One kid showed off his original frosting art. Another kid revealed her sprinkle distribution machine. It was neat seeing how everyone was good at such different things. It's H2O. Finally, Miss Biscuit turned to me. Would you like to share anything? She asked. Gulp, I gulped. I thought I'd probably crumble under the pressure. But I made my way to the front of the classroom. I noticed my hands were shaking. My mouth went dry. This poem is called My Crummy Days, I said, my voice cracking, and then I read it aloud. As I spoke, I noticed some kids nodding at certain lines. Other kids laughed at parts that were supposed to be funny. As I built towards the finale, I felt myself becoming more confident and animated. And in the end, everybody clapped and cheered. I promise you this, I'll never ever forget it. Miss Biscuit was beaming. No one but you could have written that poem, she said. It was completely original. How is Cookie feeling here? Happy? Yeah, excited? Aha! I had done it. I'd created something and shared it with the world. Well, my world at least. The rest of the day was a blur. By recess, I was already planning my next poem. I would call it My Sweet Morning. I thought when I came up with the title. Later that afternoon, Miss Biscuit handed me a note. It said that I should keep on writing no matter what. That meant so much to me. I bet Cookie was feeling super proud here, huh? School was a bit different after that. I wasn't so scared to raise my hand or ask a question or share my work. Sure, some things still didn't come as easy for me as they did as they did for others. But now I know that you can be smart in many different ways. You don't have to have the answers to every question or suddenly be great at everything all at once. You just need a chance to try all kinds of things to find out who you are and what you like to do. As for me, I learned that I can write and I can think up great ideas, and I found plenty of other things I'm good at too. I no longer feel lost at sea. It's more like floating down a river, and the best part is there's always more to learn because we're all smart cookies. This says poetry night, so he's reading again, friends. The end.